They have real psychological issues and usually go after the beautiful one. And you are a really pretty girl.
We were a few girls, and we thought that if we stand on the front line and start throwing stones, you know, the police would be more hesitant to shoot at a girl or beat a girl. Little did we know that we would be the first people to get actually attacked. All of a sudden, I just felt something in my knee. It was so painful that I just blacked out. I passed out.
Farnak had been shot in the leg with a plastic bullet.
The hospital was packed with the injured. I mean, I saw things. It was so disturbing. I couldn't stop crying. And then I thought that, you know, all these people are going to die in front of me. It was so bad. And then my uncle's friend just left me. And then some passengers attacked the ER of the hospital. And these people are like screaming and running away. And it was just so bad. They were with sticks. They actually wanted to hit people who were laying down on the ground, on the floor, because there wasn't even enough space.
I think the regime has been preparing for this for several years, in fact. And I think that we saw the first sign of it back in September 2007 when the new Revolutionary Guard commander announced, to the surprise of many Iranians, in fact, that their biggest threat now was no longer the great Satan, the United States. It was no longer external threats, but that the biggest threat to the regime really was coming from inside Iran.
Its legitimacy now in question, the regime brought out its loyalists. It was an impressive show of strength for a president who claimed overwhelming support and dismissed the protesters as dirt and dust.
Ahmadinejad is a blacksmith's son, and he is at heart a socialist. He wanted to be able to help the people, and so an awful lot of people, voted for him. It's perfectly natural.
Nader Mokhtari is a columnist for a hardline newspaper who blames the violence on opposition leader Mousavi.
If he had not said the election had been rigged without any evidence, substantial evidence, none of this would have happened. That's rabble-rousing. We're not going to give up Iran because Mr. Mousavi has lied. We will not give up Iran because we paid such a heavy price to have it. And this is the voice of the majority of Iranians.
It was turning into a war of numbers. The opposition fought back with a massive demonstration through the heart of Tehran, the largest since the 1979 revolution, a fact not lost on a former revolutionary elite who's turned against the regime.
What they don't want to accept, they don't want to understand, this is the people of Iran. Like the Islamic Revolution, that was the people of Iran as well, like the Constitution Revolution. This is the majority of the people who wants freedom, who wants democracy, wants human rights.
Mohsen Sazagara was watching events unfold on the internet, along with millions of other Iranians abroad, and posting his own messages of support.
This is the generation of internet. This is the generation of globalization era. This is the generation which doesn't believe in revolutionary ideology anymore. They want to live like the other young people in other countries. They prefer to be international.